Hi, I'm Ken Jones. I'm writing and directing the new Abraham Lincoln outdoor drama at the Lincoln Amphitheater in Lincoln City, Indiana. And this is Jamie Strawn.
Hi, I'm Jamie Strawn, and I'll be doing the composing for the show.
Right, and we're transforming the show that was Lincoln Upon the Altar of Freedom is now completely being changed around. We've heard the call of the public, and like any great play, it takes years and years and years to rewrite one, and we've spent a lot of time reworking this into a totally new play called A. Lincoln, the signature of Abraham Lincoln, A. Lincoln, A Pioneer Tale, which is now going to be a musical which combines his Indiana days also with the presidency. And what we're doing this year that's going to be a little bit different is we're focusing a lot on his younger days, some of the lighter times in his life. We're still hitting those historical moments, but we're showing how the history of Indiana and his days as a boy and a teenager affect some of the decisions he made in the White House. A couple of things we're doing with Jamie is we wanted to have themes that kind of follow those particular people. And some of those themes are just the sound of Lincoln.
Right, just the sound of Lincoln. There's a... That's our prevailing theme, the majestic presidential Lincoln theme. And then there's the younger ones where we have sort of the playful Lincoln, that kind of theme.
And those weave in and out of each other. So what we're doing is, like the opening, just to give you an idea of how the show would open, is that we hear drums playing, military music, and we start to actually see Union soldiers marching across through the city streets of Washington, D.C. And then out on a bridge behind the set, because we're opening the set up back to the woods, or as we call it, the sacred ground, you see the President Lincoln come out.
And that's where the Lincoln theme comes.
And as the president comes out and reads the poem that he actually wrote about his days when he returned to Indiana, we see a young Abe Lincoln coming from the back of the theater, a boy, and as he runs by. And then the set transforms back into Indiana. And that's where we open the show. Now, some of the neat things that we're doing this time is that Nancy Hanks, she'll have her own song, which is a beautiful song called "Don't Look Back."
Don't Look Back. Yeah.
It's really talking about how a pioneer has to leave one place and leave everything they have because they can't bring it all with them to the new place. So when she's coming from Kentucky to Indiana, she really kind of reflects on what went back there.
You want to hear a little bit of that?
Sure.
So this is Nancy now, not Jamie. So, wagon rolls, leaving behind the world that embraced you. The old life was fine, but you don't look back. You're moving on to Indiana, and it's calling you home today. Obviously, a lot of guitar.
And you kind of get that feeling. And what we're doing is we're trying to take kind of the modern musicals that are kind of sweeping through the United States. You certainly have the Civil Wars. You have Big River. You have the sound of combining Wicked with those classic old ones like Shenandoah, The Music Man, and kind of combining those sounds to capture those two worlds.
Right.
Using musical theater styles to do that. Another song that we have when we jump into the future of this play, which is 1860s, and we see Mary Todd and Abraham on the street, and they just hear that Fort Sumter has been attacked. And what happens is Mary Todd actually starts off a song where she sings it, and then about the soldiers going off to war. And it turns into a whole city street of Washington, D.C. singing about bringing those soldiers home, which really reflects with our times now. And the song is actually called Coming Home.
Right.
And we can sing a little bit of it.
Sure.
Sweet thoughts to carry with you, gentle memories of home.
That's very tough.
My thoughts, my prayers to keep you always safe where you roam. God, go with me, protect me. I pray you'll be coming home. I pray you'll be coming home to me, coming home.
So we want to do that. What we want to do is take Indiana and really show some of the good times he had, some of the bad times, some of the things that happened to him, some of the lessons he learned from like Colonel William Jones, his mentor, who really taught him his life and his way around politics and his thoughts. We want to meet his stepmother, Sally Bush Lincoln, who really taught him to read. We want to meet Nancy Hanks early on before she passes away of milk sickness, and see how she kind of instilled the messages that a kid learns up to the age of 8 years old. And then, of course, we meet his father, we meet the town, we meet the people of early Spencer County in this play, but we also jump back and forth while the show is narrated by Abraham Lincoln, the president, talking to his sons, Willie and Tad, and reflecting on those days. So we're excited. We think that the music's going to take it to a new place. It's going to be a fun show. It's going to definitely be a show for the whole family. We're kind of leaving behind some of the trappings of the other show and really making this more exciting, more accessible to the family. So we hope you come on down to the Lincoln Amphitheater, especially this summer. It's going to be a blast, and we're hoping a lot of people in the Indiana region come out for the auditions because we really want it to be a hometown show. So I'm Ken Jones.
I'm Jamie Strong.
And thanks for talking with us.